On the 12th of August in -30, Cleopatra VII Philopator, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, met her demise, marking a significant turning point in ancient history. Born in 69 BC, Cleopatra was a shrewd and capable ruler, known for her intelligence and political acumen, successfully navigating Egypt through tumultuous times. She became the queen at the young age of 18, ruling alongside her brother Ptolemy XIII, though their relationship quickly soured and led to conflict over power. Her alliance with Julius Caesar in 48 BC solidified her power as she bore him a son, Caesarion, while seeking to secure Egypt's future and independence from Roman domination. Following Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra allied with Mark Antony, leading to a partnership that united Egypt and parts of the Roman Republic, but eventually led to her downfall. Our political and romantic entanglements led to a series of conflicts with rival leaders, most notably Octavian, Julius Caesar's adopted heir, who sought to consolidate Roman power. In the Battle of Actium in 31 BC, Cleopatra and Antony faced a significant defeat against Octavian's forces, leading to their retreat to Alexandria. As Octavian's forces closed in on Alexandria, Cleopatra's desperation grew, prompting her to seek a way to avoid capture and humiliation. Historians suggest that Cleopatra died by suicide on August 12, -30, potentially using the venom of an asp, a snake revered in Egyptian culture. Following her death, Cleopatra's reign marked the end of the Ptolemaic kingdom and the beginning of Roman Egypt, significantly altering the region's history. Cleopatra's legacy endured long after her death, inspiring countless works of art, literature, and drama that immortalize her enigmatic persona. Her story has been romanticized through various media, showcasing themes of love, power, and tragedy, attracting both historical and fictional interpretations for centuries. Cleopatra's image was revived during the Renaissance, stirring fascination and adoration, often depicted as the embodiment of beauty and intelligence. Modern scholars continue to study Cleopatra's reign to understand her political strategies, highlighting her role as a female leader in a male-dominated world. Her life and death remain a subject of fascination in contemporary culture, with film adaptations and novels depicting her character as both a seductress and a formidable ruler. Cleopatra's ability to speak multiple languages and her educational background allowed her to engage in diplomacy, setting her apart from many of her contemporaries. Her ambition and keen political insight prompted her to pursue alliances that would strengthen Egypt's position amid Roman expansion, showcasing her role as a strategist. Despite the challenges she faced, Cleopatra successfully managed to rule Egypt for 2 decades, cementing her legacy as a formidable female ruler in history. Cleopatra's influence extended to policymaking, often balancing the traditional customs of Egypt with the political realities of her Hellenistic background. Her dramatic life was marked by relationships that not only underscored her personal struggles, but also shaped the political landscape of her time. As her rule came to a close, Cleopatra's legacy was not merely in her death, but in her defiance against overwhelming odds, symbolizing resilience. Ultimately, Cleopatra's life is remembered not just for her beauty, but for her intelligence, political savvy, and her role as a female leader challenging the norms of her time. Future generations will continue to debate Cleopatra's legacy, whether she was a cunning seductress or a wise monarch who fought for her country's sovereignty. As Cleopatra ascended to the throne, she quickly established herself as a formidable diplomat, leveraging her intelligence in navigating the treacherous political landscape of Egypt and Rome. Cleopatra's notable language skills allowed her to speak several languages fluently, enabling her to communicate directly with her diverse subjects and enhance her diplomatic relations. Her enchanting presence and intellect captivated powerful leaders, allowing her to secure a vital partnership with Julius Caesar, who visited Egypt and later returned with her to Rome. This alliance with Caesar fortified her position against her brother Ptolemy XIII, leading to a pivotal victory in the conflict for the throne of Egypt. Caesar's assassination in 44 BC created a power vacuum, thrusting Cleopatra back into the political arena as she sought to align with the rising power of Mark Antony. Her relationship with Antony blossomed, resulting in 3 children, further solidifying their political alliance and ambitions toward controlling Egypt and the East. The Roman Senate viewed Cleopatra's influence over Antony with increasing hostility, causing tensions that eventually led to open conflict between their forces and Octavian's. The decisive Battle of Actium in 31 BC marked a significant turning point, where Cleopatra and Antony faced a larger fleet commanded by Octavian. After their defeat, Cleopatra and Antony retreated to Alexandria, facing the reality of their impending doom as Octavian's forces advanced. Desperate to escape Octavian's grasp, Cleopatra devised a plan, yet the bonds of her love for Antony remained unyielding as they faced their fate together. Ultimately, as Octavian's forces closed in, Cleopatra made the fateful decision to take her own life to avoid humiliation and capture, reportedly using an asp's venom. Following her death, Cleopatra's legacy endured through dramatic narratives and artistic interpretations, painting her as either a seductress or a strategic ruler of unparalleled strength. Cleopatra's political acumen and diplomatic enterprises fundamentally changed perceptions of female rulers in ancient history, setting a precedent for women in power. Her story has inspired countless artistic works, from Shakespeare's plays to modern films, influencing the portrayal of women in literature and entertainment. Modern historians often emphasize Cleopatra's intelligence, shrewdness, and political savvy, reshaping the narrative that once framed her solely as a figure of romance. A romanticized view of Cleopatra as a femme fatale persists, yet her legacy challenges stereotypes, demonstrating the complexities of her life and reign. Her image has become iconographic, symbolizing beauty, power, and tragedy, influencing everything from fashion to political discourse. Ultimately, Cleopatra's life story serves as a reflection of the intricate interplay between love, power, and politics, resonating through history as an enduring legacy. Discussion of Cleopatra's legacy remains relevant in contemporary feminism, prompting reassessment of women's roles in leadership and power structures. Her dynamic life and dramatic death remind us of the turbulent history leading to the rise of Rome, emphasizing how individual stories can shape nations and eras. The lessons from Cleopatra's reign resonate through time, urging us to explore the consequences of power and the personal dimensions of leadership. As Cleopatra approached her final days, she realized that the tides of fate had shifted dramatically against her. The once mighty queen pondered her legacy, reflecting on the tumultuous relationships and alliances that defined her reign. Amidst her despair, Cleopatra summoned the courage to meet with her most trusted advisors, strategizing one last time on how to repel the advances of Octavian and regain her power. The betrayal by former allies and dwindling resources left Cleopatra feeling isolated. She reminisced about her earlier successes and the grand vision she had for Egypt's future. With her options fading, Cleopatra prepared for the possibility of annihilation, but refused to succumb to despair without a fight. She gathered her most loyal servants. As rumors of Mark Antony's defeat reached Alexandria, paranoia set in. Cleopatra crafted her final plans, leaving behind a legacy infused with both triumph and sorrow. Desperate and viewing her options dwindling to none, Cleopatra sought solace in thoughts of love. She remembered Antony, the highs and lows of their passionate love affair. As Octavian's forces neared Alexandria, Cleopatra sent a heartfelt message to Antony, pleading for him to return and save her. Every moment felt like an eternity in her deserted palace. On the day she learned of Antony's death, Cleopatra found herself engulfed in grief, realizing the depth of her loss and isolation as Rome's power threatened her very existence. Determined to take control of her fate, Cleopatra resolved not to be paraded in Octavian's triumph. She sought the means to end her life on her own terms, preserving her dignity. In her closing moments, Cleopatra adorned herself with her most regal attire, embodying the grandeur of her reign, as she prepared to depart from the world on her own terms. With the asp pressed to her breast, Cleopatra took a moment to reflect on her life, knowing she would be remembered not only as a queen, but a symbol of fierce strength and intellect. Following her tragic death, Cleopatra was buried near Mark Antony, a poignant symbol of their intertwined fates and the love that defined much of her reign. Cleopatra's death marked the end of the Ptolemaic kingdom and the establishment of Roman Egypt, altering the course of history and reshaping cultural and political landscapes. In the aftermath of her demise, the narrative surrounding Cleopatra evolved, with history depicting her as both a seductress and a powerful leader, leading to varied interpretations in art and literature. Cleopatra has continued to influence feminist discourse, embodying the complexities of female power and the challenges faced by women in leadership throughout history. Numerous films, plays, and literature explore Cleopatra's story, often emphasizing her intelligence and charisma, rather than the traditional portrayal of a mere seductress. Later historians have analyzed her political acumen, contrasting her approaches with the male-dominated spheres of power in ancient Rome, showcasing her unique position as a ruler. Activists and scholars today often invoke Cleopatra's name when addressing issues of female leadership and the often misrepresented narratives surrounding powerful women in history. Her image has been used as a cultural symbol of beauty, power, and freedom, exemplifying the lasting fascination with her life and reign that transcends timelines. As civilizations evolve, Cleopatra's influence is observed in various aspects of culture, from music to fashion, where her iconic style keeps re-emerging in contemporary society. Her story serves as a reminder of the complexities of power, love, and sacrifice, allowing contemporary audiences to explore the multifaceted nature of leadership. Cleopatra's life continues to be a source of academic study, leading to a greater understanding of the roles women played in antiquity, challenging existing historical narratives. Ultimately, Cleopatra remains a powerful emblem of resilience and complexity, inspiring every generation to delve deep into the narratives of women in history, their triumphs, and their struggles.